This video is going to show how to find a Riemann sum when you don't have even intervals. So we don't know that each rectangle is the same width. So we're going to look starting at the left, and if you think about it, just kind of visualize that you're 0, 3, 5, 8. You can get your widths of your rectangles that way by looking at the picture. Those are my x values. And so my first rectangle has a width of 3 and a height of 2. I use the left one for the height. Second has a width of 2, height of 4. Third one has a width of 3, height of 3. Fourth one has a width of 2, height of 1. Fifth one has a width of 4 and a height of 7. Sixth one has a width of 5 and a height of 8. So that is my area. You can add those up. Again, we're just using the interval spacing for the width. Now the same goes true for the right interval, only you're going to use the right edge as your height. So for my first one, I still have a width of 3, but I'm going to use a 4 instead this time. Second one also has a width of 2, just like before. Only we're going to use 4. Turns out to be the same thing. Sorry, not 4. 3. My third one has a width of 3. We're going to use the right side, so we're going to use 1. Fourth one has a width of 2. We're going to use the 7. Fifth one has a width of 4. We're going to use the 8. Last one still has a width of 5. We're going to use 5 for the height. So you notice when you do this, if you're doing this problem together, those line up. So we only use the first height and the last height one time each, and then you compare those values. You could also plot these and make your rectangles, but I think you have an understanding. So you can't use the b minus a over 2n over n. Sorry for this one. It's not a shortcut that works. Another important feature that we need to look at, here, you're going to see some functional haircuts that are important in the NHL and in lower hockey levels. We call this the mullet. So we have the traditional business on top, party in the back here. That's a perma mullet. You could add curlers down there to get a little extra body. Some of them have natural. We have a slick mullet right here where he's slicked back and you can't see the mullet behind. Pony mullet, where you're using a ponytail to help accent the mulletaciousness. You guys maybe want to look up who this guy is, fairly famous hockey player. That's all business. He does nothing but score and win. Now you're going to see one of the downfalls of the mullet as you begin to age. And this would be the mullet comb over. Not highly recommended. If you get to this point where you're combing over with your mullet, you probably want to just go ahead and shave on the top and have sort of a long clownish look. You can see another spot where he did the comb over, but he just couldn't let the mullet go. Sometimes you have to tie it to balloon, let it fly away.